Hi Internet, I'm Tango, and these are Tango's Takes. In the take for today, January 19th, 2021, Weatherize your car. Now that sounds a little bit strange, and it is most definitely inspired by something that happened to me this morning, though that also inspired a second take, rant, vent, that'll be tomorrow. But when you acquire a vehicle, and by the way, if you don't ever intend to acquire a vehicle, this is not super relevant to you. Sorry. I can't guarantee they're always going to be relevant to everybody. When you acquire a vehicle, vehicles come with a base design meant to work in as many environments as possible for as many people as possible. Take a friend who knows where you live if you've never purchased a vehicle where you live before. Ask a friend of a friend. Get someone you trust to offer advice on the things that might be useful to your car that are not going to be covered in the cost of the car, usually. Things I might be implying here that you want to plan for over the lifetime of your vehicle or over the lifetime of your payments for the vehicle. If you live near a significant body of salt water, say the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, it's not unusual for dealerships to offer a undercarriage spray-on to protect the underside of your vehicle from rust from salt water. Water alone is going to eventually cause rust, but salt water does cause it faster. If you live in an area where it rains a lot, like you always hear about Seattle, I don't know if that's actually true, but hey, that's the thing, Seattle is rain. You might find that you go through windshield wipers a bit faster than the proposed statement the last I was aware of replace them every 6 months. Not that most of us replace them every 6 months. Basically, you need to be aware of what kind of special additions above and beyond the base of the car cost you need to be prepared for with your new vehicle. I live in the mountains of Colorado, and when I lived in the mountains of Virginia, you didn't need snow tires. You might want all-season tires, but you definitely didn't want summer-specific tires. All-weather tires were probably good. You just drove slower in the snow and the slush, and the snow out there tended to be on top of ice or under ice or both. But it also only really snowed in January, February, maybe into March. In the mountains of Colorado, we expect snow in measurable amounts to start sometime in October, and it will probably end between Mother's Day in May and Father's Day in June. I just told you over the half the year we can expect measurable amounts of snow. Our snowiest months of the year are March and April. All-season tires are okay within legal requirements out here, and that's another thing. Be aware of special legal requirements. But my experience in the 6 years I've lived here, the experience of friends who've lived here longer and friends who are natives to Colorado is snow tires are better because they provide traction. And at the same time, you also want to think about what are the alternatives, maybe freak snowstorm, unseasonal. Do you need to carry chains or a tire sock with you? Yes, a tire sock is a thing. I've seen them for sale. I've never actually seen them on a vehicle, but maybe once. And when I talk about legal requirements, in Colorado, commercial motor vehicles passing over the mountains must carry chains on their vehicle. Not necessarily attached, do not have to be deployed, but must have them available between Labor Day at the beginning of September and Memorial Day at the end of May. And new this year is that passenger vehicles passing through the same section must either have snow tires, all-season tires, all-wheel drive, or chains available in the same time frame, because we had a lot of accidents last year where the trucks were fine, but people on worn out, underperforming tires, or worse, summer tires, would slide off the road and cause accidents and back everything up. So when you are looking to acquire a car, my recommendation is to determine what else you need to account for. Not just like the generic new tires occasionally, but do you need a second set of tires? How much do those cost? Are you going to have a second set of wheels for those tires, or are you going to need to pay somebody to move them on and off the wheels? Do you need tire change? Do you need to winterize? Apply an undercoat to the bottom of your vehicle. That's one-time cost, I believe. Can you expect, based upon the environment, that you're going to need to replace windshield wipers more often? I personally wonder if people in exceptionally high traffic areas with constant traffic jams. Denver, you don't count. No, you don't count Denver. Your rush hour lasts about an hour, both in the morning and the afternoon. I'm talking places like DC, New York, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Chicago. The DC rush hour starts at 4:30 or 5 in the morning and can run until 9 or 10. The afternoon one starts at 2 and can run till 6 or 7. Oh, and if it's Friday, where half the world winds up with a short day Friday because of flex hours or thing, that's a really popular thing in the DC area, rush hour starts at noon and might be done by midnight, because everybody tries to get out of the DC area. And it's worse if there's a holiday that might draw people to a DC area. Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Independence Day. I wonder if people in those areas have to worry about more frequently changing their cabin air filters. Take account of what additional costs you might need, and that will help you make a better decision about what vehicle to acquire, because you can research what those costs are going to be for a different kind of vehicle. Folks, stay safe and healthy out there, and I will catch you all next time.